Alrighty, so this is something that I had promised to do a while ago. That I was gonna on Friday was gonna be my Frilly Friday to be doing Lolita stuff. Although, I don't know if you realize this. I realize I got a couple of subscribers, but I don't know if you realize this. I don't do vlogs kind of like I do them when they so strike me, but not. I don't have like a set day. I will never have a set day, except for probably with the exception of Frilly Fridays. And Frilly Fridays is supposed to be me either talking about Lolita stuff or reading fairy tales. As you see, as any good fairy tale starts out, we have my stuffed animal brigade with me. I guess I'll introduce the stuffed animal brigade. We'll start on the right side. This is sloth my stuffed sloth, Magnus. I don't know why I named the sloth Magnus, but I've always given my toys weird names. This is Carrot. From right to left, Hattie, Jared, and the alpaca named Francois. My mother was like, "Why did you name a alpaca Francois when they're from Peru?" No, and he fell. Why do I do anything? Because I can. So I guess Francois wants to hang out in my lap today. So, but today's Frilly Tale Theater, Frilly Fridays. I'll call it Frilly Tale Theater. Sorry. Oh God. Okay, you do want to be in my lap. Today's Frilly Tale Theater is gonna be me reading one of my favorite fairy tales, which is a fairy tale which I didn't know was written by Hans Christian Andersen. It's called The Princess and the Pea. I love this fairy tale. I've always loved this fairy tale and probably the Seven Dancing Sisters or the Seven Dancing Princesses. Those are like my two favorite fairy tales. So, I don't like Cinderella. Although Cinderella is good when you do the real one, when the sisters cut off their heels and toes to fit in the shoe. That's when I'm like, ooh, I like this story. So I wasn't really feeling Cinderella. I wasn't feeling Snow White. I'll read those if I get a request for them, but I'm mostly going to be reading weird stuff. And I might venture out of the fairy tale category and read, because I was thinking about doing Oedipus Rex at some point, because I have a warped little mind. But I want to read The Princess and the Pea. Disclaimer to this. I don't know if y'all, I know I got a lot of Lolita followers recently, but my reading, if you've ever seen me read, like actually you saw me read in that one about that god awful article. So my reading is horrible. So you kind of getting, this is all for free, so you getting what you pay for. So don't expect quality reading and narration. Expect me reading and it's gonna be a mess. So, The Princess and the Pea by Hans Christian Andersen. Apparently this takes place in Denmark, so weed for everyone, I guess. Once upon a time, there was a prince who wanted to find a princess, but she would have to be a real princess. I don't know what that means, but she had to be real. So he traveled all around the world to find one, but there was always something wrong. Probably he was too picky and needed to lower his standards, but that's besides the point. There were princesses enough, but he could never be sure that they were real ones. There was always something about them that wasn't quite right. So he came home and was sad because he needed to lower his standards. Oh yeah, and there's also going to be a lot of hyperbole in this. Sorry. So, for he so much wanted to have a real princess. Homeboy, you need to get it together. One evening, there was a terrible storm. It thundered and lightning. I guess that's the word. The rain poured down. It was horrible. Then there was a knock at the city gate. The old king went out. Y'all made the old king. He old. He can't get himself together. Y'all make it. Dad, go open the door. I'm too tired. My legs hurt from walking everywhere and whining that I can't find a real princess, I guess. However, they sent the old king to go open it. A princess was standing outside, but oh my goodness, how she looked from the rain and weather. The water ran down her hair and clothes. It ran down to her toes and shoes and at the heel and out at the heels. And yet she said she was a real princess. Well, we shall soon find that out, the old queen thought. But she said nothing and went into the bedroom and took off all the bedding and laid a pea on the bottom of the bed. Then she took 20 mattresses, I guess they were all Tempur-Pedics, and laid them on the pea, and 20 feather beds and 20 arrow down on top. What is an arrow down on top? I guess it's kind of like not a duvet, because a duvet is the cover that covers your comforter. So I don't know. I guess like that's like a mattress topper. So let's just say for the sake of this story, they put 20 Tempur-Pedics one on top of another, put some like goose down nonsense in between that, and then put like more like plush, like let's just say 5-inch foam mattress toppers over top of that, and then it was like, here, go sleep on that. Oh wait, I didn't get to that part yet. I'm getting ahead of myself. So they took all of that stuff, stacked it on one top of another in one room, and it was like, okay. That was where the princess was to sleep, in the room with all the mattresses, all the Tempur-Pedics, and all the nonsense shoveled one on top of another. That's where the princess was to sleep for the night. The night came and went. I'm adding stuff because this is short. And all night, the princess tossed and turned and couldn't get it together. In the morning, she was asked how she slept. The princess said, man, that bed, I don't know what y'all were doing, but no, it was horrible, she said. I could hardly close my eyes all night. Goodness knows what I don't know where y'all got these El Tempur-Pedic de Locos from, but it was terrible, and like it felt like I was sleeping on 12 boulders stacked on top of glass, stacked on top of like pachinko ball bearings, stacked on top of like I don't know, just it was a hot mess. But this is what she really said. Oh, horribly. I hardly kept my eyes closed all night. Goodness knows goodness knows what there was in the bed. I was lying on something so hard. I'm so black and blue all over my body. Look at this. It's terrible. You know how many loofahs it's going to take to get this together. Now they could see she was a real princess, because she had felt the pea right through 20 Tempur-Pedic mattresses, 20 feather beds, and then some ultra thick mattress toppers on top of that. But nobody but a real princess could be that sensitive. So the prince took him for her wife. So the prince took her for his wife, because he knew that she had been a real princess. And the pea was put in the art gallery, where it can still be seen unless someone has taken it. Now see, that was a real story. So, man, you know what? Their prince is kind of a douchebag, and his mom is no better. The only one I felt bad for was the king, because they made him like, oh, get up, old man, go open the door. Maybe when the princess takes over the kingdom and she like poison the queen and like break down her husband's power, then maybe like she can do something amazing with that kingdom and make it the best kingdom on the planet. Because I don't know about that queen and that prince, because they were kind of on the stupid tip. But yep, so that's what I'm going to be trying to do on Fridays, on my Frilly Tale Theater Frilly Fridays. Every now and then, Frilly Fridays might be me talking about fashion and stuff. I have promised somebody that I would do a video about shopping, especially for bigger busted Lolitas and chubby Lolitas. I will get on that. I actually did that video, but did not post it because there's stuff that I needed to explain, and I wanted to do pictures. And apparently putting pictures in a video is real complicated for my little brain. So that'll be coming around at some point. I'm probably just going to redo it. But this has been Frilly Tale Theater, and I have to get on and turn my laptop off. So thanks for joining us. Say bye-bye, Francois. Au revoir. Later.